Human Trafficking in Qatar by Enrico. Qatar is actually a country that does not have a very big population in comparison to the rest of the world. But there are two things that put Qatar in the newspaper's headlines: their incredible economy and the 2022 Soccer World Cup that Qatar is going to host. But there is not only good to this country. Like in most of the world, slavery still exists in Qatar. In comparison to most of other countries, Qatar's slavery percentage to their population is actually high, 1.36% to be exact. Even though there are a lot of trafficked people in comparison to other countries, it is not as much because of Qatar's small population of around 2,235,000 people. If you do the math, there are about 30,300 slaves in Qatar nowadays. Imagine how much victims of human trafficking haven't had the chance to share their story and spread awareness around the world. Luckily, Elvira from the Philippines could share her story. Elvira's husband got very sick and could not work. So she contacted an agency and the agency sent her to another country, Qatar. Once she got there, she worked as a house servant, but she noticed that she was getting cheated. She was working for longer hours, she was getting paid less than what was said in her contract, and she did not get the day off as it said in her contract. So she tried contacting the agency in Philippines, but no one answered. She needed the money for her family, but she had nothing to send to them. So she would argue with her employer, and he would say, "Your contract is just a piece of paper." Elvira was told that if she worked 1 year in London, she would be free. But time passed, and she got even more mistreated. So one day her employer went to sleep, so she got the keys and ran and contacted a federation of Filipino workers in London via Facebook. Until today, she hopes to get back home with her family. As seen in the story, there are two forms in which slaves in Qatar are mostly used. The first, which is surprisingly not the most common, is the use of slaves as house servants. The most common use of trafficked people is in construction sites due to the need of urgent stadiums that are going to be used in the 2022 World Cup. Based on current deaths, about 4,000 migrant workers will be dead until the 2022 World Cup. But most of the laborers are male. Qatar's government established a coordinating body to oversee and facilitate anti-trafficking that reduces the simplicity to create forced labor. In addition, the government established the wage protection system that has created new electronic contracting systems which cause it difficult to offer someone a job and not pay them afterwards. Due to the government's actions, Qatar is now a Tier 2. The Qatar Foundation Combating Human Trafficking, also known as the QFCHT, is located in the city of Doha. The Qatar Foundation of Education, also known as the Doha Foundation, is also located in Doha, and it helps trafficked people to have education and a new life. As well as these organizations, there are ways that people like us can help to stop and prevent human trafficking. We can spread awareness and fund these foundations that are helping companies against human trafficking. With the money donated, they will stop slavery or prevent it from happening again and save thousands of lives because of your economic support. Thank you very much.